Good morning and happy Wednesday. We're on the road.
On the road again?
Together.
Just can't wait to get back on the road again.
We're already on the road.
Oh. Here we are getting off at Universal. I'm going to give you guys a quick update on, say, the Aventura Hotel. It is almost done as far as the outside goes. You can see they've added in the penthouse suites up there. Those taller windows. And it looks like they're working on the rooftop bar.
I am so excited to see what that top of that hotel looks like. I don't know if we'll get to see the penthouse suites, but I know we'll get to go to the top, which will be fun.
Good morning from the Universal Orlando parking garage. We came to Universal today because it's been a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So we wanted to come back to Universal Orlando and kind of give you guys an update on some of what's going on here, but it's gonna be a very high crowd level day because we're heading into spring break.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to kind of try to give you guys an idea of how we deal with huge crowds and kind of give you guys some quiet areas amongst the park. And one of the things that we do is, as you can see back there, which I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that's where we parked, way back there. And everybody's coming in back there and they're all walking this way through the parking garage. And as you can see, we're over here where nobody is.
Yeah. So we decided to kind of walk a few of the rows over where people have already parked. These people probably parked like hours ago. Nobody's over here. So we walked this way so that we can now go this way into the park with very minimal crowds. All of the crowds are gonna be about 4 or 5 rows to our right. So this is just one of the, I'm gonna call them like micro decisions, because this isn't a huge step. This isn't like a big game-changing thing, but this will definitely help you if the crowd level is something that kind of triggers your anxiety. So this is just one of the little things that we do, and I think that's what this video is going to be, is just showing you all of the little changes that we make throughout the day to make our day a little bit less stressful, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And as you can see, we're starting to meet back up with the crowd. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn and head over to these escalators over here, because these all head the same direction. We're all heading towards security, but we're still not amongst a huge crowd of people.
Just us on this escalator, so it's a lot less stressful.
As you can tell, we have reached the loud section of the hub, and we're heading towards security, and there's no way to avoid crowds at security unless you do valet parking. There is very, very minimal crowd at the bag check there, but the bag check up here, oh, it's always busy, but it goes quick. Welcome to Universal Orlando Resort. And as another little tip here, everybody is headed this way. And we're going to Universal Studios first, so we're gonna go to the right.
One of the very first things that we'll do to kind of beat some of the crowds is we'll head into this Billabong store so that we can kind of cut some of the crowds that are over this way. I know it's not very crowded at this very moment, but it will be. So we're gonna head into here.
As you guys can see, there's nobody in here with us, and we're cutting through. Now we're back out in City Walk, and the crowd is minimized, or our walk through the crowd is minimized. But we're out here by what will be Voodoo Donuts. Look at everybody leaning into the wind. It's a very windy day today. Holy macaroni. I can't believe how windy it is today.
I can't either.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It really is like so cold.
Yeah, I know. It was hot yesterday. It's gonna be cold today and tomorrow, and then it should be hot again the next day. Florida. As we walk up to the front entrance, you can see there are a lot of people here. So we're gonna go check the side entrance and see if it's even open yet, which I don't...
If it is, that's where you definitely want to try to go in.
Is it windy today?
No.
We're walking towards Hard Rock Cafe. A little bit of a forewarning. I don't know if this side entrance is open right now. I don't know when it opens, but we're gonna go check and see if it is. There are some pretty neat views of Rip Ride Rockit down here. Moment of truth, it's closed. So we have to go back in the other entrance.
Is it?
But if you could see right here, this is where we would be going if it were open.
I wish we knew when it was actually open, like which days, what time, because sometimes it's open and sometimes it's not open. So we walked over just to find out like what time is this entrance actually open, and she was opening it.
Yeah,
so
I'm guessing right around 11 o'clock.
I don't know.
And that leads us in over here by Despicable Me. And as you can see, there's nobody else over here.
This entrance, honestly, is a huge stress cutter for me. Like, it really minimizes that, like, going into the park stress. So, hopefully it's open when you guys come.
Oh, look at this. There's some scrim over top of this building off in the distance here, and this building actually suffered some damage from Hurricane Irma. Maybe they're finally repairing it.
What was the damage?
Some little pieces of theming had come off the side. Here's a little bit closer look at it. Wow, I wonder what's going on behind that scrim. Oh, it's scaffolding there. So it's bumped out and they've got some scaffolding set up behind the scrim. But they're in New York. There's a lot of noise happening with the Blues Brothers show going on.
So sometimes when I'm feeling like I might be having like a moment of anxiety, I find that like grabbing a snack sometimes will really help me just to feel better. I don't know if that's just like a Jen thing or if other people feel this way too. But for me personally, whenever we have to run through a crowd, I always feel like getting a snack makes me feel better. So we got some Auntie Anne's pretzels and cheese sauce.
And we're gonna go down Sting Alley, a nice quiet place to eat them.
Yeah, this is definitely a place to come to if you're looking for just a break from the crowd.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear it anymore, but Blues Brothers is still pretty loud back here. But there's only like 2 other people back here with us, and they're all doing like photo shoots.
Well, I think this is kind of like Universal's Instagram wall area. Who knew?
Yeah, because as you can see, it's like you're eating out on the back loading dock of a industrial place.
Yeah.
We just looked down this little alleyway, which the bathrooms are over here. Mummy's kind of over there. There's a giant crane. I think that might be for Dragon Challenge, but I'm not 100% sure.
Is it all the way over there?
Yeah.
Wow. Can I just tell you guys, these pretzels are so good. Like, so good.
Still waiting on Fast and Furious Supercharged to be opened. Because all of the theming on the outside of this building seems to be done, the gift shop is done, there's a lot of stuff that's done. I believe they're probably testing the ride vehicles right now. I don't see why they wouldn't be. One of the things that we haven't shown you guys yet is that they have started to deconstruct the barges. From the Nighttime Cinematic Spectacular, they are replacing Cinematic Spectacular with an all-new show at some point. I don't know when or what the show is going to be, but I don't know if you guys can see up on top of this building over here, it looks like they're adding in some lights or something up there, and I think that'll probably be for the new nighttime show. You can see these black boxes up here, I believe are new spotlights. Is it windy today?
No. This is nuts. I don't know where this came from. So another good quiet place to go to if you're just looking for like a moment without a crowd or with less crowds and less noise is right over here behind Richter's Burgers. I'm not a huge fan of Richter's. I don't think the food is that great, but I am a huge fan of the seating area outside.
But if you don't mind the music and you just want to get away from the crowds, this is definitely a great spot to sit and relax and maybe enjoy a burger or a sandwich underneath the shade of an umbrella.
And it's a little quieter on this back end.
Oh yeah, there it is. Spotted across the water, Doc Brown protecting his DeLorean over there. So turning past Richter's, one of the things that has been moving around a lot is this flying fish market. And I don't know how to avoid it because it seems like they put it in the tightest spot. How did you guys get such good parking spots? I had to park at the end of the row. These guys are in the park. I have a question for those of you guys that live in London. Is this how it is? Like, you see how this brick here is nice and clean and there's one just real dirty section? Is that something that happens? So, sorry, I just showed my Harry Potter noobness. That's the Leaky Cauldron entrance, like in the movies. Like, that's not where we go into Leaky Cauldron. In London, this appears to the people in the wizarding world, just like 12 Grimmauld Place. As far as quiet places go, Diagon Alley is kind of a hit or miss. It's hard to tell from the outside too whether or not it's busy or not.
But I'll show you where I like to go when it gets a little bit too crowded in there for me.
Oh yeah, and it is pretty crowded today. Well, I'll give you the worst place to go.
Where?
As far as crowd levels go, inside of Wizarding Wheez's store or inside of the Quidditch shop, because it's very tight inside of there.
They're fun stores and you should definitely go in them at least once because they are fun.
So show me where your quiet place is in Diagon Alley.
So this is my first spot. This is where you can kind of like sit quietly, rest with all of the other people resting, and you can kind of look into the crowd. But you're not a part of it, you know?
Huh?
You're there, but you're not like in the chaos. So it's nice, I think. But so yeah, right here. And it looks like a lot of other people are doing that as well. I recommend it.
Also, for you filmmakers out there, it's pretty cool to get a time lapse from back here. If you can do a wide angle and get a time lapse of the crowd and the dragon blowing fire,
yeah.
Pretty good. One of the other places that we like to go that's very quiet and secluded is into Knockturn Alley. Ah! Did you hear that? When I said Knockturn Alley, there was like lightning. Jen actually brought her wand today too.
I did. I did it.
Show me your wand skills. This one, you just point at the screen, and then you can control. There it goes. Now, ooh.
Does it spin? It spins.
Yeah, well, it sort of spins.
Is it done?
It did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, it sees your legs too.
Yeah. Try another one up here. Oh, she did it. Wow, you just pointed it at it and it worked.
It's very sensitive.
Oh, look, there it is.
Oh yeah, you can really see the smoke.
You did it.
I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard. Looking back at the front entrance over here, you can see all kinds of people coming in. This is the main entrance. The main entrance is around the corner. We're over here by Sugar Plums. And as you can see, there's a sign here that says exit this way. And this is the way that we're headed out. And it is right next to Grimald Place. Whose parking spot is this? Is this like a spot that you're not allowed to park in? Is that what this means?
Isn't this for Serious Loops?
Well, oh, there he is.
There's Serious's house out.
What's his name? Leave it in the comments down below. As we exit London, we're heading back towards Fear Factor Live, which there's not very many people that come back by Fear Factor Live. It's not a hidden area by any means.
I will say just, I don't know if this will help anybody, but this bathroom is always a little bit quieter than the other bathrooms in the parks. If you're looking for a bathroom break where you don't want to be with a bunch of other people in the restroom, I would check this one out.
Hear how calming it is back here? The birds.
Do you think those are real birds or are those like the
That's a real bird, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I know in the front of the park they do fake bird noises.
Yeah.
So I just wonder.
This one's definitely real.
Okay.
We're gonna go ride Men in Black.
He said I could bring my fanny pack.
Oh yeah. Your bum bag.
Yeah.
There are times that you do good on Men in Black, and there are times that you do real bad.
I always do bad.
Yeah, I got like 477,000.
That's way better than I've ever done.
Not good.
It's
Could
all
be better.
relative.
It is real. What'd you get?
67,000. One of my favorite things about Men in Black, I love this ride, but also I like all the alien merch. Are you my Uber? I love this one. My friend has this shirt, so I don't want to buy the same shirt as her, but I might. Maybe we should be twins. And this one is also my favorite. I love these.
I like that they sell like Nerf zombie guns here. Your kids can't mess up their clothes if you buy them already messed up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. What you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just holding my new Men in Black purse. Oh, there's a dog in it. How
That's
strange.
nice. What kind of dog is that?
I think it's Frank, right?
So if that's Frank, who's this?
Dun dun dun! It looks like Frank fell on some hard times, and he quit his job of being a CIA dog to be a DJ dog.
He's not CIA, he's MIB.
Oh, sorry. Well, now he's a DJ, so it doesn't matter.
As we leave Men in Black, we are going to head into a slightly busy area that is unavoidable, and that's Springfield. You can kind of duck around through the outsides of areas and kind of avoid a little bit of the crowd, but for the most part, Springfield's pretty crowded. I don't know what it is about this place, but it seems like everybody kind of walks in every direction here. So, like a game of Frogger almost.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah. It's his, is that what his last name is? Groundskeeper Willy-nilly? This is kind of interesting. There's a whole meet and greet area here that they built or that they use for The Simpsons, but they're over there, like in the shade. Maybe it was too windy out in the open for them? I don't know. The whole family is out. Look, all four of them except for Maggie. So like we were saying, there's kind of a lot of people here. This is a lull in the crowd, but we can head back behind the Duff Brewery. And it's another one of those places that kind of has loud music, but once you get down here, it's pretty darn calm and secluded. See, and you got good views. This is the opposite view that we had from over here at Fisherman's Cove, right behind Richter's. And if you look very closely, you can see the dragon's tail in Diagon Alley just barely sticking up over top of the London waterfront. Theme Park Seagull thinks it's too windy as well, don't you? Not only is Bumblebee Man's Tacos a good place to grab a bite to eat, but it is right across from the entrance to another little quiet spot over here by Animal Actors Theater. Radioactive Man says the quiet area is back here. This is probably the quietest spot in all of the parks, as long as Animal Actors isn't letting out.
Right.
So as soon as Animal Actors lets out, a bunch of people come out of the show. But right now, just come underneath this nice shaded area. It's also a good spot to come if it's raining, because there's a lot of coverage.
This is another one of those micro decisions that we were talking about earlier in the video. Compared to the crowd level out here, walking through this area here, it is really nice.
One more quick tip as we pass through the Central Park area of the park. We're going to turn right through these little gates over here and head out to the nice quiet section out by the water. So this is definitely a very nice, quiet, relaxing area. This is called the East Green.
I would even recommend like getting your food and eating it out here.
So look at the crowd level difference between here and as we turn back to the main area of the park and here. And it's definitely not a crowded day today, but there's definitely way more people over here than there was behind us. Beetlejuice over here hiding behind the trees. Betty Boop's out here with her little shawl. Looks like wintertime. What are they called? Like Scooby's gang?
Yeah.
The mystery solving gang? The mystery gang? They're all wearing their wintertime clothes too. Is there a dog somewhere? Where's Scooby?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Yeah, we've got some work to do now.
I want to show you guys one of my tips and tricks that we couldn't show you when we walked in because we came in the side entrance. So let me show you that. I'm going to transport us to the front of the park with some editing magic.
Ooh. That was magic.
You're here. So when you first walk into the park, this is the view that you are greeted with. Now we're actually going to turn to the right. And instead of going down the main drag, we're going to go over here. And the reason we're going this way is because it's so quiet and most people don't go this way. So you're just going to follow it around right through here.
And also you hear the birds, more birds. Those are real birds.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Also, if you need to have a quick bathroom break, bathrooms are here.
So this lets you out right here. Most people would go down that street there. I'm gonna recommend that you just continue going right this way. This is definitely gonna be the quieter path.
As we're leaving, the journey continues, not at Islands of Adventure, in our car as we head home.
But we will make another one of these videos for Islands of Adventure if that's something that you guys would like for us to do. Just let us know in the comments down below. Hopefully some of these tips and tricks help some of you guys like they help me. Again, they're just like little tiny things, but they tend to make my day a little bit less stressful.
That has been our day at Universal Studios and some quick tips for you guys to avoid the crowds and kind of remain calm as you head throughout the busy season of spring break. So with that being said, we are off and we will see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price. Oh, I didn't have the ball in the... Oh,
no!
jeez.